channel. Welcome back. I am Dr. Renee Sunday, and I am the platform builder. What we're going to tackle is 5 ways to maximize a podcast platform. Like Dr. Sunday, that's deep, Dr. Sunday. But guess what? It's 5 ways. It's much more than that. But we're going to talk about 5 ways that you can maximize, okay, a podcast platform. Now, I'm going to actually talk about it from being a podcaster yourself. So you've already decided to be a podcaster, okay? But some of these things you can actually extrapolate and actually as being a podcast guest. And I'll actually talk about the differences with that as we go along. But make sure you like, share, and make a comment so I can be better in the algorithm. Okay. All right. So we're going to talk about it. I am what I do in the things that I have been called to do. I actually help entrepreneurs, yes, increase their visibility so they can be seen, be heard, and get paid. So we do that mostly through podcasting, publishing, and media exposure. Yes, I do a lot of other things, but those are the ones I try to home in on. Yes, we do have a nonprofit Sunday Foundation. Go to the link down below, which is thesundayfoundation.org to find out more about that. So welcome. So the first thing is we're going to talk about 5 things that we need to actually maximize when you're a podcaster, when you're a guest. But let me stop a minute to just make sure everybody is on the same page. My definition for a podcast is I use it as a tool that I can share my message to the world. That's what we're supposed to do. Well, your message actually may be about your products and services. Your message may be about your mission and your movement. But the thing about it, people actually want to know what you do, what you stand for, if you have credibility. If something goes wrong, are you going to act some kind of way? Are you going to stay to your mission and your movement? Okay? Because, we can't please everyone. You actually have a certain people that you speak to, certain people that will work with you, and some people they don't do like I did when I first started all this years ago. Okay, 2013, mostly. I thought I could help everybody in the world. Well, no, I had to learn through coaches. My coach had to really. I have several coaches. They had to let me know it's certain people that I actually can speak to that actually understand why I'm doing it. They understand what my movement is. They understand the products and services that I do, and they purchase them and they get results. Okay. I don't do like I did. I'm giving you one. Okay. So number one of how you can maximize being a podcaster, your platform. One, as I mentioned already, actually is people will actually know what your products and services are. So when I do the Dr. Renee Sunday show, and actually all the other things I do in magazine, TV, and all that, people know what I stand for. People know what products and services. So I do a lot of things, but I don't advertise a lot of them, especially on social media. I usually like to get on the telephone and let people know what I offer. And the reason about that is you've heard the saying that a confused person never purchases, right? The thing about it is I love to actually talk about Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A has many things, like all other restaurants have many things on their menu. But if you look at the advertisement, if you look at the promotions that they do on television, social media, etc., is actually usually homed in on a couple of their stellar best-selling, guess what? They best-selling items, right? So yeah, see, that's what you have to do, because you home in on those. But when I go in, I actually may want a chicken salad sandwich instead of actually a chicken sandwich. Okay, so that's what we do, and most people usually do that. If they want to have profit in their business, you concentrate on. Actually, the good way of doing is sit down and think about what you're going to actually promote for this month, what you're going to promote for next month. I have a whole calendar of what I'm going to do. It was kind of scary at first. I have a whole calendar of what I'm going to do for the whole year. So I actually know what I'm going to talk about, and it usually works out that that's what's needed in that season. Woo! And it actually takes a lot of stress off myself, and it takes a lot of stress, yes, off my team as well. But do that as in regards of being a podcaster, and you can extrapolate this actually as being an entrepreneur, actually being a guest on the podcast. You can extrapolate that. Don't just pull something out of the back of your pocket, if you will. You need to know what you're promoting every day. You need to know what you're promoting. Okay. So that's just what we need to do. Actually, as a podcaster, we need to actually know what we're promoting, what we're advertising, and what we're offering at that time. Then that's number one. Number two actually is, then let me tie this in. I'm going to tie that in. This is number one. And number two, the products and your services. Sometimes your services and products can be one of the same, and sometimes it can be actually different. But so what I want you to know is you need to actually write down and make it plain, right? What products and services that you're offering. Okay, because if the product, the service that you're offering could be totally different, because me in my case, I actually have several drop shipping companies. So I may want to actually promote one of those products, especially if it's a major holiday coming up, right? So I promote that, but my service may actually mean as being a podcaster, as being a magazine publication, as being a publisher. So it depends. So you have to make sure to have clarity. That's the key, is to have clarity with it, and then actually have a strategic, guess what? A strategic plan. Okay, so that's kind of number one and number two actually together. Now, the next thing is actually brand awareness. Now, so you need to actually leverage your podcast platform, because it's very powerful to actually have a media platform. It's very powerful in that, because you actually have great benefits actually of doing that, because there are certain softwares that you can only get when you're a media company. There's only certain places that you can go because you're a media company. But the thing is brand awareness. You need to know what your logo colors are. You need to know, if you notice, I've actually went through a whole new rebranding, because let me be transparent, I ended up having a logo for the publishing company, a logo for my coaching, a logo for this, that, and that. So I went through with my coach. We did a whole rebranding. So you actually see the big R with the little, that's actually my logo for everything that I do, because actually I'm at the point that I actually know my credibility, my brand awareness actually will stand for me. And if people don't resonate, that's not the one people for me, right? And we just keep it moving, right? So you have to know your brand awareness, but do everything in the spirit of excellence. And I always have to say, what your definition of spirit of excellence can be different from someone else, because someone actually may be coming from a broken state. Somebody may be coming from how they grew up. Somebody may actually be coming from how they actually had the domestic violence in their life. Someone may be coming from that they actually got fired from their job. Somebody else may be coming from a poverty mindset, and someone else may be coming from an abundance mindset. You see what I'm saying? So we actually need to be mindful where people are coming from. And actually, I had to do this in my own life. I had to accept people where they are, because everyone can be coming with, and I don't like saying the word damage, but they can actually be coming with a different set of lenses. That's the way I look at it. I know the books say that I am a board certified anesthesiologist. That's what they actually call it, being, deranged. It says being disruptive. But I always look at it as having a different set of lenses, because you actually may look at something totally different than the way I'm doing, which that can be right or it can be wrong. It's a different perspective. And that's what makes the world so amazing, that everyone can bring their own talents. But the whole goal, I always like to say this, it should be a common goal to impact people, to actually help people obtain their dreams and goals in this world. That's what it should be all about. I know some people may say, no, they may have selfish ways that they want to do things. Well, okay, that's what you think. But the things that I do is actually beyond me when I think about that, okay? It's usually beyond my little mind of thinking about things, I think about being a global impact, that I can help somebody else, just help somebody else smile, okay? Because if you help someone smile, guess what? They'll have the energy that they actually can obtain some dreams and goals in their life. So that's number. If you're just coming on, please like, share, and comment. The number 1 and 2 was kind of together. Services and products. Okay. The next is brand awareness. Now the next 2 kind of coincide. I'm looking at my notes. Let me just do it this way. Media platforms. I have had the awesome opportunity of being part of the NFL with media, also being on Oprah Winfrey's platform, Bishop Jake's platform, with part of their team. And what you end up doing is meeting a lot of people, meeting the people that you're interviewing, and meeting other media people as well, because you can actually open up an opportunity. Because always remember to be teachable, because you don't know everything. That's the way I do. I mean, I'm just telling you, I can tell you, but from personal experience, I always have a teachable spirit that you actually can hear what someone else is saying. And you can see if that resonates with you or not. And you, as a free moral agent, you can decide if that's going to work for you or it's not going to work for you. Okay, that's the way you do that. Okay. So it actually has opened up a lot of different platforms for me and my business, that we actually was able to share our different products and services, how I end up getting in drop shipping, how I end up getting in all the retreats and stuff that I do. But the thing about it, a lot of times I don't put a lot of things of my private coaching, of my masterminds. I don't put that on social media. And that's okay. You know what I'm saying? It's okay. Yes. How you guys so funny. But hey, Nana, how you doing? Amen. God bless you. I am an apostle. Yes, I am. God has really gifted me. I do have I am an apostle. God allows me to flow in the apostolic and the prophetic. And I do have a heart of evangelist, especially with things that's going on right now. Okay. But you know what? Well, we got to make sure that what we do is we need to make sure that we look out for one another. You know, the old saying, we are our brothers and sisters keeper. That is true. Relationships are very important, and we need to make sure that we're checking on one another. Check on your family. Check on the people that's actually even in your own house, because you can have your kids in your own house that's depressed, that's actually thinking of things that of homicide and suicide. Okay, let's check on one another. Okay, I have to say that. Okay, that wasn't part of this broadcast, but I have to say it. Okay. Now the last thing actually of ways that you can actually maximize your podcast platform as being a podcaster yourself and also being a podcast guest. The last thing is it opens, and I said it, I've been kind of alluding to it the whole time. It can open up more opportunities. I actually have people that actually contact me that if they want to have a resource, and that's what I love, being a resource or a distribution center, especially when it comes to monetary things. Okay, because that's the way we're supposed to look at it as money. Money comes in, money goes out. When you give out money, you allow more room to come in, and you actually can do things to actually help somebody else be successful in their dreams. You know, a lot of people, when you get into their inner court or even outside of the inner court, you find out that their character, you know what that little saying, I can't remember it. Oh God, I can't think, but it was saying something to the effect that your character, your gifts will make room with you and your character will allow you to stay. Yes, because you can twist a story that people will believe what your side of the coin, but then you don't say all the parts of what was part of the story. And then now you have tarnished the name of somebody else. But I always say, I let God take care of everything. A lot of times it's not good to respond to something that, especially when it's negative. Okay. Take it to God. I'm going to take it there. Okay. And He's going to take care of it all. So let's recap. What I wanted to talk about actually is the ways that you can actually be, guess what? That you can actually maximize your podcast platform. I see so many people that come on my platform and they say the wrong things. They do the wrong things. And I try my best as being experienced in this to gear them to say the right things, because the key is you want to get them on your email list. The key is you want to actually not really drive them. And hopefully I don't get banned for saying this, but not really driving people to Amazon. You're supposed to be driving people to your email list, driving people to your website, because and I'm a publisher, and I'm a best-selling author, and I'm an international speaker. You don't get the information of who actually bought your material. I actually launched several best-selling author campaigns. You only know in the background how many people bought the book. You do not have their contact information. Only they have that. Okay. So what you need to do, I'm giving you a bonus. When you on these platforms, get people on your email list. Okay. So you need to have a freebie. You need to have a complimentary session or something that you get the people on your email list, or go to your website, which you should have an opt-in over there for something free or something real low cost, $7, $5. Okay. Bing, that's what we're supposed to be doing. Okay. Because you've got a sale, but what about the next step you could have done? Now, you can actually take advantage of this if you actually in the process of wanting to launch a podcast. I actually have a great opportunity for you. It's going across the screen and it's free. You can actually get a checklist that you actually can start your podcast. Okay. So you can go to podcast winning, that's WINNING.com, that you can launch your podcast today. We also have a podcast masterclass you can take advantage of. Now, if you say, Dr. Sutton, I'm ready to do this thing now. With this season that's going on, I need to get my message out now. We do have the opportunity. You can do a VIP or a mastermind. You can actually go to our website, which is reneesunday.com, or you can DM me and we can tell you the particulars of that and what the investment is for that. But we do have a 4-week program that we actually take you from idea all the way to launching your podcast. And that information is at podcastprofitformula.com. Podcastprofitformula.com, because we want you to actually make profit in this thing, right? Okay. Now, if you have any questions, I think I have a little time to hey Kishma. Yes, hey Davina, I'm sorry, y'all. I wasn't even looking at the hikamajigga. I wasn't even looking at the comments. Forgive me. We screening on about 7 platforms at one time. So you on SoundCloud. Yes, SoundCloud is good, but always I'm gonna just give you another little bonus here. With any platform you're on, make sure you're monetizing it. Some of these platforms allow you to upload your information, but you really look at the back end and your analytics, that's usually up under the settings tab, to make sure you're making some money. Now, during this season, we've actually, the last time I looked, and I think that was about 2 weeks ago, we've had, oh my God, it was about 800 downloads. Let me see, it was 800 downloads within a week. And I'm like, woo, hallelujah. I like that. But okay. So, yeah. So if you guys want to pick, now I actually do also offer, and actually because someone inboxed me to talk about this, they wanted a session. They have a podcast, but they want to know how to make it monetized. So we actually in the works of getting that together. I think that needs to be, in my opinion, at least it needs to be over the phone or even video, meaning via one of the platforms, Zoom, Skype or something like that. Because with that, I need to get, forgive me, but I need to get all up in your business a little bit. We need to have a memorandum of understanding. I'll sign and you sign, because it's all confidential. If anyone know my character, if things are confidential, you would not see what's going on social media. Now, some people go there, bless their heart, but it is what it is. But you won't know what's going on social media. Okay. Okay. So, hey, yeah, Nana, there, let's talk. Inbox me or go to you can get the freebie or the checklist. Since you already have a podcast, you may not need that. And then you may actually want to go right to the 4-week program if you want to revamp things. And then or you can do the VIP or mastermind. So just inbox us if you want the 4-week program. That's at podcastprofitformula.com. And if you want to just start from fresh, because let me tell you what I had to do. Let me be transparent. When I went from radio to TV, radio to radio to podcast, I really had to reformat the whole thing that I was doing. Okay, because it is a difference in radio and it is a difference in podcast. Okay, right. So it is a difference. Okay. And you need to make sure you have that difference, and you need to make sure you do it with a spirit of excellence. So anyway, just to recap, so they'll get this and this transcript over my other YouTube, is the 5 ways to maximize your podcast platform. Number 1 was your products. 1 and 2 really was your products and services, and how you can leverage those through being a podcast. Okay. Then also brand awareness. And then we talked about being a part of other media platforms, right? I love when people interview me. Actually, let me tell you, I love other people interviewing me because it actually allows me to be the guest, because you talk different in an interview if you the guest. You see what I'm saying? Or if you the host, it's different. Now, if people didn't know that, it actually is a difference. And I actually have, I had to master that in my own platform. Okay. I'm just telling y'all a lot of, hey, but we need to be transparent to let people know that it ain't flowers pretty. Yeah, it develops into a beautiful butterfly. Okay. But we start off as a caterpillar. Okay. Now, and then the last thing was it opens up more opportunities. For speaking, and it allows. I actually have been on the same. I don't know if you saw it, because you know how social media. Recently I was on the platform with Jack Canfield. Woo! I was so excited. Because I like Jack Canfield. Okay. But anyway, so and then I I'm still excited about that. But let's see, did we have any questions? But okay, all right, you guys. So take advantage of the free opportunity. And also, Nana, if you want to jump into the program, just inbox us, or just go to one of the what I'm saying, one of the websites. Let me put that in there record. This is the one, podcast profit. Oh, if I can type, man, what is really going on? Podcast profit formula.com. Okay. I think I spelled that right. Okay. Yeah. So go to podcastprofitformula.com if you want to just get into that little mastermind. But I want to let you guys know. Let me say this on the way out, because I always like to make sure I give you guys motivation and inspiration. But the key is with motivation and inspiration is for you to actually have an inspired action at the end. Okay. You have to make sure your mindset is on point. Okay. And what I'm saying on point is for abundance, that you actually want to be in that zone where you actually have your excellence. Okay. I do personal development every day. Okay. Yeah. All this energy that I have, it is work. Okay. All right. So what I want you to realize, that you do have a calling. You do have a reason you are born. You're not a mistake. No matter what you think, no matter what somebody else have told you or what you've been through in your life, you're not a mistake. We all have to do 3 things. We have to believe, we have to trust, and we have to walk it out. And we have to, don't stop, get it, don't stop, get it, don't stop. So we need to don't stop, get it. And what are we getting? We're getting our purpose, and we're getting our purpose now. I love you guys so much. And this is Dr. Renee Sunday. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.